tranquility interrupted today as basketball's biggest stars come out to play. An NBA Classic featuring 8 Dream Teamers in a dream game.
Is the NBA on NBC. Today, the world's greatest athletes are showcased in the 43rd annual NBA All-Star Game.
The NBA All-Star Game for the first time hosted by the capital city of Utah. The Delta Center, a sellout of 20,000 fans to witness the 43rd NBA All-Star Classic.
And so don't look for Shaquille to do a lot in this game. I look for other players to have fun in this game. Of all the stories this week, but because Michael understands.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Delta Center and the 43rd annual NBA All-Star Game. The 1993 Eastern Conference All-Stars. The head coach is the owner of the best winning percentage of any coach in NBA history. Winner of 4 championships with the Los Angeles Lakers, and now the head coach of the New York Knicks, Pat Riley. From the Cleveland Cavaliers, Brad Doherty. The Detroit Pistons, Joe Dumars. From the New York Knicks, Patrick Ewing. From the Cleveland Cavaliers, Larry Nance. The Cleveland Cavaliers' high-powered attack, playing in his 3rd NBA All-Star game, Mark Price. The Indiana Pacers, playing in his first All-Star game, Detlef Schrempf. From the Atlanta Hawks, Dominique Wilkins. And now the starting lineup for the East All-Stars. The 1992 NBA Rookie of the Year, Larry Johnson. The Chicago Bulls to 2 straight World Championships, Scottie Pippen. From the Orlando Magic, Shaquille O'Neal. The Detroit Pistons to their 2nd straight championship, Isaiah Thomas. And at the other guard, a 3-time NBA Most Valuable Player and 6-time scoring champion who holds the highest scoring average in the history of the All-Star Game. The top vote-getter in the Miller Genuine Draft NBA All-Star, balloting for the 7th straight season. From the world champion Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan. And now, the Western Conference All-Star. The head coach is a man who has coached his team to the best record in the NBA. His first year on the bench, a 5-time All-Star in his playing days from the Phoenix Suns, Paul Westphal. Representing the San Antonio Spurs, Sean Elliott. Playing in his 3rd straight NBA All-Star game, Tim Hardaway. From the Seattle Supersonics, Sean Kemp. The Phoenix Suns, Dan Marley. From the Los Angeles Clippers, Denny Manning. From the Houston Rockets, Hakeem Olajuwon. From Trailblazer history, making his 2nd All-Star appearance, Terry Porter. From the Golden State Warriors, Chris Mullin. And here today, from the Sacramento Kings, Mitch Richmond. And now, the starting lineup for the West All-Stars. The consummate playmaker of the Utah Jazz, John Stockton. From the Portland Trail Blazers, Clyde Drexler. The prominence in the Midwest Division, David Robinson. The MVP of the 1991 NBA All-Star Game, a 7-time All-Star, Charles Barkley. And Poland, this dynamo has the Suns rising a man who left to drive to the Philadelphia. The MVP of the 1991 NBA All-Star Game, a 7-time All-Star, Charles Barkley. A 6-time All-Star in the game's MVP in 1989. From the Utah Jazz, the mailman, Carl Malone. And at the other quarter, a man who loves to drive to the basket. Along the highway is A.G. Wheeler. He's been among the NBA's top 5 in scoring and rebounding for 5 straight seasons. A 6
for the skiers, and here inside the state-of-the-art Delta Center, it'll be the East in blue and the West in white. Any feelings, Magic Johnson, as you heard all those colleagues of yours introduced?
Yeah, I look for just the tempo to be set by John Stockton and Isaiah Thomas to try to get the crowd involved. When I used to play in the game, Isaiah and I had determined before the game that we would make the pace fast to get the crowd going, get the game going quick, because the crowd don't want to see defense, they want to see offense.
So that's the reason why it took 10 minutes before we got to that first set play.
Exactly.
And we're underway, and they'll jump it over again as David Robinson and Shaquille O'Neal in the center circle. To the west, Barkley. Underneath to Drexler. And out of bounds to the Eastern team.
That's what makes him so tough to guard.
O'Neal's free throws giving the East a 2-0 lead, and Robinson is fouled. Barry Johnson with a rebound for the East.
Oh, I think he just wanted to play for the fans, and that's it.
Stockton for three, and the home crowd loves that. West leads 4-2. David Robinson. 6-2, the West.
See, that's one problem that Shaquille has. He says that, so he's not used to that in college, a guy taking a 7-footer who can take jump shots.
Jordan with a move against Drexler, and Michael connects. There's an edge to Michael Jordan, and it goes back to the current events of the last week and a half. Karl Malone answers at the other end. Jordan not at all happy about the fine and the scrape that he had with the Pacers' Reggie Miller. Cost him nearly $50,000, and he was fined again for missing the media day 2 days ago here in Salt Lake City.
Here's if he hung his head and said, hey, look, the NBA is going to fine me this money. I'll just give a half-hearted effort. I don't think that's what Michael's all about.
He just makes the steal, tries to set up Thomas, and Thomas touched the ball last as Stockton hawking him down court.
Well, right here, that's that patent Jordan move where he comes around you, steal it. But now, because Isaiah's hurt, he couldn't run that ball down. If that was Isaiah healthy, he would have ran that down and laid it in. They haven't got the speed going yet. But here comes Michael Jordan. Oh, man. He slipped the defense, took it in, switched to the left hand. Oh.
Drexler answers at the other end. Line, like a line.
Here comes that pace we want.
Jack on the attack against Robinson. Boy, does he bump into Robinson. And Robinson with a block. Malone to Stockton. 4-2 for the West. Barkley! Sir Charles with his first points. Rebound Robinson. Stockton brings it up. Malone! All the West starters have scored. It's 14-6. This is how it began in Orlando last year for the West.
Michael Jordan playing the two-man game, slips the screen. Move out of the way, partner. I got to get to the basket on this one. And somehow, some way, the point guards know who's on their right and who's on their left. That's his teammate, the mailman, Karl Malone.
They haven't missed a shot yet, the West. 6 out of 6. Jordan the only field goals for the East, and Isaiah Thomas adds his name to the list. To the East.
Well, you don't really want to run a set play. What you want to do is just get in transition, and all the players have more fun when you're in transition in All-Star games instead of set plays.
Jordan on a feed from Isaiah.
Give Isaiah credit that time because he told Michael to go back door, read it all the way, high lob, slam dunk.
It all happened because Drexler went over the top of the screen. Once Michael read it, he changed direction. The eye contact with Isaiah, there it was.
Stockton with 5 assists already. Drexler for 3. Be curious, Mike Fratello, when Pat Riley brings in Patrick Ewing, and will he bring him in for Shaquille?
Well, there's Shaquille with the jumper from the foul line area, and a little bit of controversy, maybe a misunderstanding. People had said that Riley, that had happened. That's not what Pat Riley said, as John Stockton tries for the 3. What he actually said was he was asked to name his starting team. He put Ewing in there, as I would expect every head coach would do with his own player.
Basket counts, and the East on a run. They have scored now 8 unanswered points from that 14-6 timeout.
A bit of fun with the media that was second-guessing what would happen out there.
Team Olajuwon in as well. It's tied at 14. 6 minutes left in this first quarter. Ewing with the loose ball. Finds Thomas with 13. Isaiah. And the East leads for the first time since 2-0. A 10-0 run for the Eastern Star. And no other player can make that comment. Barkley for 3. Jordan loses it to Malone, who saves it for the West. Special delivery there for Carl off the leg of Jordan.
Both players hustling after it. The mailman gets to it first, saves it for the West team by throwing it off Michael.
You really got an interesting matchup here with Mailman and Patrick Ewing.
And Ewing collects the missed shot from Karl Malone.
Let's go back to those early years for Patrick Ewing as Shaq goes up and sends it down.
Woo! Does he snap up there in a hurry? He is so quick for 303 pounds and driving toward the goal.
Well, here it's like a turnover, but Shaquille gets it, and he gets hit about 3 times and slam dunk. This guy is so strong, it's unbelievable.
Like BB's off a battleship.
Well, the first thing he does is come up with the basketball. There are a lot of players that have tough time handling passes in traffic. He finds the handle and then finishes.
A drought for the West. Will Malone end it? Yes. 19-16. Oh, what a pass to Jordan.
And count it.
Who says that Thomas and Jordan don't get along?
You know, they've learned to get along.
You turn your head for a split second on defense. They're going to fire the ball right past you here. That time, the perfect pass by Isaiah on the money. Turn your back, turn your head. Jordan will get free. Isaiah will find him.
And Drexler with his 3rd foul. O'Neal goes out, and Brad Daugherty replaces him.
You know, in a game like this, I don't care if you don't get along or not. You still play as a team. Isaiah's a great team player, so is Michael Jordan. They're going to play as a team. Even if they had differences before, they're going to come out here to win and have fun, and they're doing that right now.
And Jordan leading all scorers with 9. Dan Marley in for the first time now, the Phoenix Suns star. And Marley, Central Michigan, hits his first attempt. Elijah off balance, tipped by Malone. And Karl Malone leads the West with 8 points.
Patrick Ewing is the power forward right now, something he got used to when Bill Cartwright was in New York way back in the beginning.
Marley to Sean Elliott, broken up by Jordan. What a defensive play by Michael. Mark Price into the game, one of the 3 Cavaliers to make this All-Star game, the only team to send 3 here to Salt Lake City. Sean Elliott through a crowd. 4-on-1. Stockton. Malone. Who else from Stockton? Whether intended or not. 10 for the mailman.
And he also has 6 rebounds.
Dominique. Ewing. Elijah. Stockton 2 men back. Marley for 3. Marley for 3. And the West reclaims the lead, 25-20.
Feet, he's in the air. He hangs in for a couple of seconds and then just stuffs the ball back down at you.
Stockton with a steal. Marley right back to Stockton, who gives to his teammate Malone.
And he does the behind the head.
Another great season where the Pistons, Dumars, great at both ends of the court. Dominique for 3. And that pulls the East. And it's a 4-point West advantage. Dumars and the give and go to Daugherty. A little pick and roll, and Daugherty and Dumars as if they've been practicing that for years.
Slip it, go to the basket to perfection that time.
Manning around Dominique. 6 points for Manning. Cavalier to play today, and from outside, Joe Dumars with his first bucket.
Dumars had lost 8 pounds about a week and a half ago. In fact, even missed the game for the Detroit Pistons.
East looking for a tie or the lead. Dumars gives them the lead with a tray. 37-36 East.
Oh, man, he can really dribble that basketball.
Porter takes it to the goal and has his first points. Terry Porter of Portland. Spurs Elliott off the mark. Dumars to Nance, and the veteran Larry Nance, oldest in the game at 34. Still tied at 38. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Hardaway, another miss. Shrimp with Porter back. There it is. Price the assist, and Detlef Shrimp gives the East the lead, 40-38. 5:55 left in this first half. Hardaway, a little hesitation, and that opened up things for David Robinson. 42-40 the East. O'Neal brings it up. He's open.
He told us yesterday he loves to play and dunk.
9 points for the rookie O'Neal. Oh, he has made the Orlando Magic indeed. Robinson, star from the U.S. Naval Academy, showing he can hit inside and outside. Larry Nance answers at the other end.
He wants to lead the fast break. I don't know what we're going to do with the NBA. He gives it up, and then he keeps on running. And Larry Nance was nice. He waited for the big guy to get underneath, and gave it right back to him for the score.
East by 2, 46-44. Jordan, stolen by Hardaway and fouled by Jordan.
I think we should point out to the fans where here on this play, you see Tim Hardaway. They come over for a pick and roll, and Tim just darts in on Michael. He wasn't expecting Tim to dart in on him and defense him, and he ends up with the steal and grabs him. But Michael is not really, he doesn't want to pick and roll. He'd rather for the spread the court, get it where he can take the man. So right now, it's too many people in his way.
And you can bet as soon as someone does that, takes the ball from Jordan, he's going to brace himself to do something special. The pride in this athlete, if you're going to scale it 0 to 10, I don't know how high above 10 you can put Jordan's pride.
It could be, I don't know, maybe a little bit of nervousness out there on the floor for the rookie.
Jordan started this, and Isaiah throws it off the backboard blindly. Porter to Hardaway. And the West leads by 1.
I know one thing that contribute to a lot of missed field goals, free throws as a rookie, is the fact that you never shot that many or played that many games and you retired.
Barkley to Robinson. A Sun to a Spur, and it's 50-47 West. Jordan, Pippen, 2 Bulls on the floor with O'Neal, Nance, and Isaiah. Robinson banks in another. David Robinson, 13 points to lead all scores.
Going in that third, fourth quarter, especially the fourth quarter.
Porter hawking Michael. And the foul. Back to Paul Westphal. I asked him, what worries you most about coaching in this game? He said, I hope I'm brave enough to have Stockton and Malone on the bench at the same time. Well, he's shown that, but I think, Magic, you hit on a very key point, that he also would like to see them do well in front of this Delta Center.
That I couldn't play defense in the end.
To the middle of the floor, but he knows that his teammate's going to go, except Charles thinks he's going to continue to go.
Campers around the country, and I'm sure that Tim will tell you that a lot of his skills came from watching Isaiah.
Well, Larry Johnson saving the second miss from Isaiah, and Shaq has 13. Last shot of the half. Oh, tapped in!
Oh, what a play!
Danny Manning, that's the most spectacular of the spectacular of the first half. Manning at the final second, guiding that one home.
Well, Larry Johnson said that his was a pass to Shaq at the one end, so why shouldn't we at the other end have the same thing happen? Get it up there as the buzzer goes off. Is it going to go in? No, it's just a pass to my teammate if he'll just tip it in for me.
Beautiful.
And the West with a shot by Manning. 59-52 at the intermission. Terry Porter with a tough assist. Oh, much basketball, the world's best. 57-52, the West leading the East as we start the second half.
Let's see if the East gets the forwards a little bit more involved between Pippen and Johnson. Just 2 points in the first half.
Isaiah on the drive. 57-54, 6 points for the Detroit Piston veteran.
But he really has. You know, he's so mature, and he's having so much fun. He hasn't let all this fanfare get us down. That was a good jump shot right there by Isaiah.
And it's Pippen beating everyone down court. And to follow, Larry Johnson of the Charlotte Hornets, his first points.
Larry Grandmama Johnson.
Keeping that Johnson name going. It's 1 of 7 left in the NBA.
Well, at halftime, what a difference between the front lines. 27-15, the West front line outscoring the East front line.
Karl Malone with his power move. Mailman gives the West the lead, 59-58. He has 14 points. West by 1, 9:36 left in the third, and Michael Jordan with an easy 2.
He just left 3 defensive guys standing still. The one that got picked off on the screen, the other 2 that tried to stop him on that move.
Well, here it is right here. Pick and roll. Crossover on you. I'm going to the left switch. Oh, what can you say? Michael Jordan at his best. This is the kind of games that he loved to play. And here he comes again. Michael Jordan back-to-back hoops. Uh-oh, he might make my prediction right. He's warming up.
He's got 15 to lead all scorers. Stockton inside to Barkley, knocked away by you bet.
Michael doing a little work at the defensive end, just tippy toes and stays inbound so he can get that break going for the East team.
Well, that's what the NBA has gotten to now. You can get involved in other things besides basketball if you're a great player.
Olajuwon with a block. Marley on the run.
Beautiful up and under move. Beautiful move.
Jordan getting away from Stockton. That's a mismatch. And it's blocked by Marley. Stockton surprising Olajuwon. It goes to Malone. Shaq bringing it up. All the way! And he is fouled.
Well, let's go back a moment ago to the block by Hakeem under the basket, which led to the easy score. No easy ones, which will lead to fast break scoring opportunities for your man, Dan Marley, in with the score on the reverse.
Don't see Jordan rejected often.
But just good help defense that time by Dan Marley.
Defense and the numbers that are sent out by the league each week.
Well, he's not here because of his stats. He's here because of his hustle and the way he gives the team.
Stockton to Barkley. In fact, as Barkley makes that, Westfall said that,
you know, they let him beat Charles Barkley. But also, if he gets out of hand, you got veterans like Danny Ainge who can bring him back to say, look, Charles, come on now.
Now Olajuwon trying to defend O'Neal, and Malone comes over, and Pippen with a rebound.
And a slam dunk to tell him, look, you may have blocked O'Neal's, but don't try to block mine.
Doing dunk it, but the mailman says, nope, not now, rookie.
Pippen says, maybe it's my time.
Elijah Abel? So that's how you got to be an undertaker. Makes sense. Create your own business.
Man, can he deliver a line?
Oh, man, he was sensational.
From mailman to undertaker.
That's the best acting I've seen with a non-speaking role.
Well, you know, he says his movie idol is Clint Eastwood. I think he's working on that Eastwood look.
Yes.
Barkley with the West leading by 2, now by 3.
Having an MVP type year, but I've been having these type of years for a long time, but I've just been on losing teams. Now everybody recognizes me because I'm on a winning team.
Those negative thoughts. Thomas away from Stockton, trying to set up O'Neal. Knocked away by Olajuwon. Pippen back to intercept. Central Arkansas. Larry Johnson from UNLV. Pippen seems to be in the right spot at the right time too often for defenses around the NBA.
Force feed Shaquille a little bit too much right now.
Malone on the pass from Stockton, and he is fouled.
That's that old 1-2 punch, that Utah 1-2 punch. Well, right here, this is the old Utah play. They were going to cross screen for the mailman, but what happened was the defensive man turned his back to John Stockton. He just high-lobbed, easy 2.
Now the man who leads the All-Star Classic career in assists is sitting next to me, Magic Johnson, but Stockton has 12 already today. And
like I say, he's going to get most of them, if not all of them, and that's just a tribute to him. You know, really nice move right there by Larry Johnson to spin into the lane. And the West comes right back.
Marley.
Under 9, Dan Marley. And he has 9 points.
Isaiah's left, picks out Marley on the fly for the conversion.
Lay off now, give me a break. Here comes Ewing for the East. The East trailing the West by 5. By 3 is Ewing.
Beautiful pass by Michael Jordan, just beautiful.
5 points for Pat Ewing. Sean Elliott.
As we can see right now, the pace have picked up, so you get more, better plays.
Thomas double team. Jordan, what a move. He went with a one-handed fake, kept the ball, and Elliott responded as if he were on the string.
Well, he makes you turn your head by putting it over, and then this would have been a terrific dunk at the end if he could have just controlled the basketball. Even Sean Elliott has to laugh at that.
Yes.
Michael got him.
Say, why you tricked me, Michael?
Jordan hanging, and then Johnson, they're not looking for the pass. Jordan saves it. Ewing with 10. Inside, Jordan. And he is fouled by Elijah.
After all that, Michael had an easy layup. He can't believe it. He's laughing. He can't believe how open he was underneath. You don't get many of these opportunities, and when it's Michael getting it, you just don't expect him to miss the layup.
Love the story his dad told us at the All-Star game a year ago. Michael Jordan's dad said, you know, it might have been baseball. He was a terrific shortstop. You can imagine he could play that his uniform looked bad on him. It was way up to his knees, his trousers. And he said, I can't look like that and play this game. And so basketball is blessed by the fast growth of Michael Jordan.
Well, not only is basketball, but we as basketball players, myself, former basketball player, as well as the fans, to witness the greatest player that ever played this game, and with flair and excitement.
Elijah Wan, partially blocked by Ewing. Here comes Jordan. The East with the ball down by 4. Jordan, it just won't fall for Michael. Dominique, and Stockton fires to the other end of Marley. 2 Eastern players back, so Elliott slows it up. And traveling the call is some good defense by the East.
Little give-and-go basketball that time by Elliott. Passing the post, cut without it. Jordan makes the move, splits the defenders, finds the seam, gets in there, gives you a little showtime, and then just at the end, can't make it fall through.
Mark Price is in and hits a 3 on his first shot of the second half.
Draw the defense, kick to an open teammate. Normally it's John Paxson. Now it's Mark Price.
2 minutes plus remaining in the third quarter. There have been 11 lead changes. Oh, Larry Nance up to bat home the rebound.
Can you believe this guy is, what, 36 or 5? But they're one of 3 teams in the East who have a real chance of going to the championship.
Marley steals the pass from Jordan to Malone. He was in the right postal code for that one. 21 to lead all scorers for Karl Malone. Yeah, we're talking about Shaq and his size, how he moves. Malone, for that big body, really can motor. Nance with the left hand, Jordan in for the rebound and is fouled. Nance for that dragster of his, 68 Camaro. A seat, cockpit for me. I'm going to be a drag racer.
I wonder what his wife is going to say about that.
2-point lead for the West team in white. Terry Porter of Portland against Mark Price of Cleveland.
And that's what it came down to last night when Terry couldn't hit, 2 shots of the last 5 balls.
Porter to Robinson. Malone battling Robinson for possession, and it's Marley with a loose ball. To Porter.
See, that's what Marley can do for you.
3-pointer for Price, and he gets the tray in a hurry. 82-81. Karl Malone leading all scorers now with 23, and Price with his 3rd tray. Ties it at 84.
I tell you, as far as the point guard, talking to a pure point guard, now John Stockton game right now. But as far as a guard, point guard that can do everything, Mark Price has to be the best in the game.
2-second difference in the game and shot clocks. Great pass, no look by Porter. And Robinson gives the West the lead. 3 seconds left. Last shot of the quarter by Dumars, and he just misses.
Trying to make it happen off the two-man game. Well, this is a different kind. It's dribble penetration, which leads to the dump-off pass, the conversion by David Robinson.
Meanwhile, the Jazz fans rooting for John Stockton and Karl Malone, and Malone leads all in scoring with 23. The East against the West. The 43rd All-Star game continues after these messages and a word from your local station. Robinson to Porter. Well, good job by Porter to elude Mark Price.
Dick, you made me chuckle a little bit a second ago. You said the East has, Pat Riley has 5 reserves out there. Not bad reserves out on the floor.
You got that right.
What else do you call them, though?
To the fact that the trainers rotate who has the honor of being the trainer for the All-Star game each year. The coaches for years said we should do the same thing, but they never voted it in, and Riley kept on going for the West. Barkley backing him down to a spot where he feels comfortable, but to go back to the Riley situation, Riley gets out of coaching for a year. They voted in.
The team, but for New York, the city of New York, all Knick fans.
Porter on the run with Robinson, and what a play by Price. The little guy back defending on a 2-1 break. Hard away to Robinson. That one won't be stopped.
Imagine, Mark Price was thinking about diving for that loose ball.
I could end up on the injured reserve list challenging Charles Barkley. Nice move.
Hardy ends the Eastern drought. They'd missed the last 6.
And plus, you have to remember he's getting challenged by David Robinson.
Lakers 1 for 10, and Danny Manning much better than that for the West.
He'd play every night. Rather, maybe not so many practices, just give me more games.
Hardaway with 10, and stolen by the East. It's Mark Price. And it's Wilkins who is the recipient of all that work. 95-93, and now it's starting to get serious. 8 minutes to go.
That it was Neek who started it also. We'll let Neek catch up and finish it off.
Myself, I had to cross over. I'm still standing straight up. Then I had to take a step.
Take my picture, then I'll move.
Yes.
Scottie Pippen pulls the East within 3 at ground. As you can see, Karl Malone stripping off his jacket. He has 23. That's still more than anyone in this game. Hardaway for 3, and that's a big basket. Sends the West up 101-95.
Well, the crowd was cheering because also they know that he's in line for that MVP award. They want him to get it.
Mark Price, he's 4 for 4 from three-point range in this half. All of his points on trays, 12 for Price. Barkley, a power move, and then the pass to Manning.
Nice cut, nice pass, nice cut.
His first All-Star game. Oh, Brad Daugherty with that little soft jump hook.
It's just rebounds. He's a great passer, but he's not going to do anything fancy.
Pippen and Barkley a little bump and shove inside, and here they are matched. 7 on the shot clock for Porter. Jamming his way in, no whistle, and Dumars picks it off. Here comes the East down by 3. Price, can he tie it? Yes!
Talk about looking across the floor. Those Chicago players know to look across the floor because it's Paxson they usually find during the regular season.
But I think they'd rather have Mr. Price. He has a little bit deeper range.
Game tied for the 9th time, and Barkley unties it.
You're seeing some excellent passing by big people on the inside, which is great to see. Pippen trying to get down to that low box. Pippen says you're not getting there. Charles says I am getting there. Pippen comes around and takes the front. Charles comes back, tries to reestablish. And then, at the end, after everything's said and done, perhaps shades of the game against the Angola Magic. Barkley, after he comes around his teammate, a little shot with the elbow.
A little pork chop, huh? But No sense to win the MVP as Pippen. Ewing rebounds. Jordan. Great pass by Price. Jordan for three. No, he'll try the two and is fouled by Olajuwon. Who are the top candidates, gentlemen, for the MVP if you had to vote?
Well, if I'm going to go with talk about the Eastern squad, you have to consider Michael Jordan.
Right, and then on the west side, you got...
And with 4:22 left, it may come down to the man who makes the winning shot. Jordan pulls the East within one. Stockton over Price, and it was Pippen who came out to challenge as well. The East down court, looking for their first lead here in the fourth quarter. Pippen over Olajuwon, and it's Barkley breaking out with Marley. Jordan to beat, and Jordan fouls him.
Pippen seemed like he tried to find a little extra lift right at the end. He knew that the big fella was coming over to try and block it. He hung just a little bit long, got a little extra ups on it, but just couldn't send it down.
Malone comes out on Jordan. Jordan way short, and that pleases the Utah crowd. Marley for three. 12 for Marley. Phoenix fans have seen him do that all season long.
He was going to kick it to him. He just got his feet together, and you know what it is. Good.
Or this game is testimony to how serious his teams play. I mean, the athletes here today have played very hard. This isn't the usual all-star, let's just have a good time game type of action. They played hard. Coaches have worked it hard. To win this game, it won't be taken into account. Jordan draws the foul from Marley.
But, like you said, if the East comes back and wins the game, then Mark Price becomes a big factor. Well, I think he's just saying, well...
Olajuwon with 7, Barkley. And Pippen steals it. And Pippen shoots. Jordan up the back of Barkley, and that's a big back to climb. And the foul on Michael.
I'm not quite sure that Scottie Pippen really wanted to do that. I think initially Pippen wanted to, after they come up with the basketball, Pippen wanted to cross the ball over to the left side of the floor. But what happens is he doesn't see the angle. Michael tries to follow, has to go over a few people's backs, but so what? It's Michael. He should be allowed to.
But the only reason he got that foul is he lost the ball once he came down. And because bodies went flying, that really wasn't a foul. It was after he lost it, then they decided to call a foul.
70 seconds to go. 75. Jordan banks one home. It's a three-point game.
Well, this guy's used to big finishes in this building, isn't he?
Yes.
23 for number 23. Stripped of the ball by Isaiah.
Now, you don't need a three right now, do you, Magic?
No, you don't need a three. You have plenty of time to get a deuce, come back down and play good defense again.
Marley hawking Jordan. Rebound Malone to Marley. Whoa, almost a mistake by the West, and it's Malone inside, and they love that in Salt Lake.
It's a matter of slipping it inside Michael before he can get the swipe, and you're on your way to MVP.
A reminder, folks, right after our All-Star Classic in the West End Mountain Zone, so stay with us here on NBC.
Well, if Pat Riley should decide he wants to go for the three-pointer here, he might take a quick two off the dribble. But you have Mark Price, who's 8th best in the league behind the three-point line, and Dumars is on the bench, who's 13th best.
Price is 5 for 7. And hits the three. What a game for him. And the foul by Jordan on Marley to stop the clock. 1:17, 1:15, just under 26 seconds to go.
This was set up off the out-of-bounds play. A double screen to free up Mark Price. He catches it. He squares up. Bottom of the net.
It's almost too bad that you can't give out 2 MVPs. It's just like last season, last year's game as well. It's a shame. And this year, same thing could happen.
Marley misses, so even if he makes the second shot,
I think he'll take the timeout and advance it.
Marley gives the West a 3-point lead. And indeed, Riley has called time. And here comes Danny Manning in. A late move by Paul Westphal, as he's going to defend the inbounds pass by Pippen. Getting it in.
Well, a little bit of confusion there. Was it going to be a 5-second call, or were they going to give the timeout to the East before the 5-second violation took place? Pat Riley's laughing because he's the guy who was calling the timeout.
He is a bon vivant.
West is taking the man off the ball. Watch for in for a shot after he passes it back.
Right into Jordan. The quick shot, and he makes it. That's your call, Magic.
Yes.
And now let's see about the quick foul.
Yes.
Timeout West.
See, Coach Riley knew that, hey, let's get a quick 2 for the 3, and he's always been known for that ever since he's been coaching, since I've known him.
Yeah, the only problem is, though, you have to have somebody that can make a shot in that kind of situation. You think you put the ball in the right guy's hands?
Of course.
How many is that for Michael Jordan? 25, I believe. That would give him, I believe, the lead, at least for the East.
What you have is a lot of stuff. That's what Riley's looking at. See, he's fouling. He's ready to foul right away. Tell the guys, get up, find your man. In the meantime, the West is trying to take the timeout. All right. Away that long touchdown pass, trying to cause him problems getting it in.
In the corner, and all alone is Hardaway. What a play by Price. He committed the foul. It looked as if he might have gotten the ball.
A nice play that time by the Western team. They passed the ball from out of bounds to out of bounds, ran some stuff on the floor, and sent the man long right away after the initial out of bounds pass. And that's what happened.
Hardaway has not missed, as you can see, 8 for 8 from the line.
Now, I don't think they're going to call a timeout. If he makes this, it's only a 2-point game. I think he's going to get in transition, let Michael go one-on-one instead of let a set defense play against him, and that being Pat Riley for the East.
Well, that's fine if the ball can wind up in Michael Jordan's hands. But if it winds up in somebody else's hands and Dan Marley doesn't allow Michael Jordan to catch the basketball, then who do you go to?
Well, right now, Isaiah Thomas is letting the officials know that they want a timeout no matter what happens.
So it's a 2-point game, 119-117, with 16.7 seconds left. 24-second clock off as the East looks for a tying and perhaps a winning play.
And the last 2 times, they've had a problem getting the ball inbounds. I'm talking about the East team. It has not been easy. The West has done a good job of zoning up areas and taking cutters coming to the ball out of their routes.
Jordan with Marley. Ewing is open. 8.1 seconds. 119.
First he comes up and sets a good screen. Then Jordan's going to create off the dribble. But he will get 2 defensive players to try and stop the ball in that area. Then Ewing steps back to the baseline. 2 defensive guys. There it is, wide open. All you got to do is earn your money and put it in the bottom of the basket.
Magic, you know they call him the czar.
That's right.
He's the czar.
He just showed why.
You got a guy like that out in front, number 23, that can make things happen. It's a lot of fun for everybody.
Look at that, Riley. He's coached minutes like he's Dubin Maida. I mean, he's been a maestro on the sidelines. On the ball with Jordan on him. Now Jordan backs off and will double team the inbounds man. Stockton knocked away by Ewing. Out of bounds to the West.
The East team can't believe that there was any deflection on that. Their feeling is that Stockton just lost it on his own.
A little over 5 seconds.
Now here will come the problem in an All-Star game because no timeout, so now what's going to happen? Who's going to get the ball here?
Barkley. Hardaway. Overtime.
Oh, my. I got your fan. This is great. The crowd is loving it.
Mark Price just looked over here and gave a look as if to say, can you believe this? He's having fun on the floor. A little curl move by Stockton gets him free. He draws the defense of the East over, and it's there that he loses the basketball off his hand. The East team was going their way. Problem is the official had to go the other way. Now on the quick inbounds play, it's the swing over to Hardaway, who steps inside, tries to go underneath and scoop it up. Just can't buy it at the end.
Pat Riley reacting. This 43rd All-Star game is a classic. As has this one, the 5th overtime, 43 years.
We'll have both big men in here, Ewing and Shaquille, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here.
Malone gets away from Ewing.
Well, I think he's a little too quick for Patrick. Before, he's used to playing centers who's a little bit slower than Karl Malone.
Now Ewing's turn. Oh, a tough 10-footer.
Patrick is used to doing that. Turn the baseline, shoot that jumper.
Jordan playing, remember, with 5 fouls. And he gives the East the lead. 123-121. 27 for Jordan. Barkley against Pippen. Marley, a three-pointer. And Marley gives the West the lead. 124-123.
With the basketball now, he gives a little show, and then let me step underneath and just kiss it off the front of the rim and hope to get a nice little roll.
The West by 1, and Stockton goes the distance. The West by 3.
Get Mark Price up and get him ready right now.
Jordan to Isaiah for 2. Ewing. Patrick Ewing. 126-125. The West with the lead in the ball. Stockton left alone. In white for the West on the floor now. Stockton to Barkley for 3. Sir Charles.
Charles has been basically quiet for most of this game, but when it comes to dramatics, he can do it, and then he can celebrate at the end of it. Once he knows he's made it happen, he loves it.
That's his birthday dance. Charles was 30 yesterday. Picked off by Ewing. Jordan. O'Neal taken away by Malone. Stolen by Pippen. What a reaction by Scottie Pippen. Ewing. Today. That's an all-star record for Price. Good exterior defense. Jordan with 28 seconds. Oh, line drive.
How do you shoot a 3? Going to your left, fade out of bounds, defensive player on you, getting smacked a little bit, and still knock it down.
Because he's Michael Jordan.
30 points for Jordan.
Yeah, well, Riley said, let's go through Michael Jordan. They certainly did here. Hand in the back, a little bit of a push, fade him to the baseline, in the hole.
Jordan, who has the highest scoring average in All-Star history, 21. Listen, I'm going this way with you, Michael. Right this way.
You know, it's interesting to see that Pat Riley is pulling for him and his teammate so hard today, and then
By Stockton with 3.6 seconds. 5-point deficit staring at the East. Only needs one of these two.
Weren't a lot of loose smiles around.
Gives the West a 4-point lead. That's the kind of smile you saw.
There goes Isaiah talking to him. Isaiah's chatting with him.
It was tense.
Somebody better make sure they box out in case it's a long rebound. Isaiah may be on the line to step up Price in this situation.
John Stockton and Karl Malone.
A Utah Jazz parlay.
Thank you, Salt Lake City, for allowing us to showcase the world's greatest athletes. And thank you, Utah Jazz, for the co-MVPs of this year's All-Star Game, Karl Malone and John Stockton.